What's up, everybody? This is Zack, aka Zack, aka I'm Zack, aka French Big Z in French, Super Big Z in Japanese, and Love Frenzy on PlayStation 5. Listen, guys, a big shout out to my highlighters. But I'm really upset right now with Twitter because I'm trying to get the highlight function back, and it's going to take some time for me to get it. So I'm still working on that. I'm going to do my best. And like I said, I'm pretty pissed off. But for you guys that are on Twitter and love my highlight function, we can just click on highlight and see the latest, um, whether it's a blog post, whether it's a content curation, whether it's a podcast. The highlight feature right now is not working on my Twitter account, and I'm doing my best to get it back. It's going to take some time. Anyway, I just wanted to send a quick message. Listen, a lot of people seem to be completely baffled or not understanding why the level of complexity that comes with quantum mechanics and different levels of explaining some shit to you guys. So I just don't want to, you know, remember that time when I say, well, if I explain to you quantum mechanics such a high level that it can basically destroy something or someone within 3 seconds. It is actually possible. So what I'm just trying to say politely is that this whole MAGA cult and all that stuff was so annoying and so stupid that I basically tried to explain on Friday this past week that, listen, America is not a TV show, and while I was going with MAGA called this, MAGA called that, no one had the greatest idea to just simply say, listen, if you see some kind of MAGA cult, put the phone number for Homeland Security on the bottom and say, you see someone who's in the MAGA cult, call Homeland Security and mention what their names are. And just like that, there's no more MAGA cult. Just like that. And this whole Q things or Q that, I think Q was just some kind of joke, and just trying to explain to you guys. I don't even think that Q ever existed, because right now Q is a language. It's a computer programming language, and it has nothing to do with this bullshit about mega cult and all this and that. It's a programming language for quantum computing, and it's also a language from Amazon Q as a language. So stop looking around like some kind of a quest, it's some kind of this. No, it's none of that. I'm sorry that no one seems to be able to get down onto your level and try to explain to you, like, because you're in, as we say in French, niveau, your level of intelligence is so below or so pathetic that no one seems to have explained to you that someone from the MAGA cult got 20 years in prison. Okay, you got 20 years in prison, and you guys are pretty much all facing 10 years or more. You're facing all 10 years or more, whether you're from the state of Colorado, whether you're from the state of, I think some of them were in Michigan, where they tried to kidnap one of their leaders of Michigan. No matter where you are, you're basically in hot waters, and there's no more joking around, dicking around, as I try to explain. Listen, as I mentioned, I was going to make a longer video in purple with my purple shirt, and sorry I did not get to it. But listen, guys, I have a lot to get done, and basically right now I'm not being paid. I have my own startup. I'm an entrepreneur technically, and I'm trying to work and trying to get paid. So while you guys are all basically waiting for new updates and all this and that, well, it's called an invoice. Just like this is considered fair. This is fair when other companies are able to provide an amount of work. They're able to send an invoice. They're able to send an invoice. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to send an invoice to whoever is willing to accept my services if they need my help. So if anything bad happens at any point in time, I need to be able to send an invoice. That's why it's called a startup. It can't just be all those folks in San Francisco Bay Area just having fun and living in $3,000 or $4,000 apartments per month, and they're able to afford all of this and all this and that. I'm the same thing. I would love to be able to afford $200 lunch every day of the week, 5 days a week, but I can't. Or a $200 dinner every day of the week, but I can't. But somehow you can. So what do you guys do in San Francisco that I cannot right now? I do a lot of great work. And based on the work that I've done right now, Y Combinator's in hot water, and now La French Tech SF has the upper hand. The upper hand. Up. Why? Parce que je parle français couramment. Je parle français couramment. I speak French natively. That means that if Y Combinator does not want to invest in my company, my startup, my corporation, then I will have to go to La French Tech SF. There's really no other alternative. It's not like I can join some kind of huge organization because I've already tried to work in big tech. I'm trying to get employed in big tech, but for some reason, Everyone in big tech is giving me the cold shoulder and basically asking me to just keep working for free as some kind of benevolent. Of course, you can work for $1 a year if you're a CEO and you make millions of dollars a year. But I don't have that. I don't have that. Of course, there's still some CEO that I do enjoy because they do an amazing amount of work. Please understand that Satya Nadella has done immense amount of work for people with learning deficiencies, people of great disabilities, and all this and that. He has done amazing work. Tim Cook has done amazing work for people who deal with or on the spectrum, people that are neurodivergent. He's done amazing work. SAP, same ordeal. The problem with Intel Corp is that Intel Corp is basically run by some kind of evil, mad, kind of like neocortex from Crash Bandicoot, who thinks that he can just run around and just do everything by himself. And what has he done? Let's repeat what he has done. The stock crashed in more than 50 years. He fired 18,000 people. And then what has he has done? Does he care about the workers or shareholders? No. He bought the stock at the dip. That's exactly what he's doing. Everyone is in trouble. Nobody can pay their bills, this and that. And now they're noticing that, after all these years, I guess Pat isn't some kind of evil monster. He's a monster. That's why I try to explain to you guys. That's why I explain to you he's not performing the right direction of the company. But you didn't listen. You just said, no. Forget what Zack said. Forget what Zack said. He's just some peasant. He's just some peasant. What is this thing? It's just some kind of music playlist. It's just some kind of blog post. Well, that's actually super intelligence. You know that book that we used to read from Nick Bostrom? This is the sequel, next one. Super intelligence is actually really powerful. It's a lot of great stuff. It's going to be on book club. Hopefully next month, probably. Listen, guys, I have a lot to get done, and everything that is at my leisure or at my attention has to do with if someone actually advised me and kind of helps me out financially. You need to understand that with just $500 a month, that is pretty pathetic. In France, the minimum wage is like 1,500 euros per month. 1,500 euros. If I was in France right now in the same situation, I could just work for 1,500 euros per month. I could do a lot more with 1,500 euros a month. Right now, there's still a little bit left of the console war, and I want to remind Xbox fans that I'm very close, this close to finally turn on an Xbox console somehow, some way. Doing my best. Yes, I have the non-console Xbox, but I know that I won't be able to play all the disc games, and I do want to play all these Halo games for sure, and Starfield and Forza and all this stuff. But listen, guys, I'm here to be everywhere to help you out, just as some of you have helped me out. Just as I know when I was in a difficult situation and someone say, "Don't worry, buddy, cheer up, the day will get better." The same way that I told people, take it one day at a time, things will get better. Inadvertently, someone said that thing to me, somehow, some way. Whether it was myself from the past or myself from the future, who explained that to me during the present. That's how it happened. It has happened to me. It will happen to you. The GTO way of life is very important. It's very important. There's not just one kid who is bullied, sometimes by girls, throughout their young years, elementary school years, junior high school years, middle school years, high school years, college years, university years, the workplace. It happens a lot in Japan, Nippon. Happens a lot in Europe. It happens a lot in the US. But thankfully, guys work together and support one another. They have ways to work together to help one another. You may think that you're lonely and you don't have any friends and all this and that, and no one wants to hang out. There are plenty of ways to have friends. Yes, a lot of us lose our friends after we get married. That happens to everybody. But go ahead, grab that goddamn PlayStation controller, hit that magic button. All of a sudden, you open a portal to millions of friends and gamers around the planet. Just like that. The thing that are the most obscure topics that everyone thinks you're just some kind of boring person and the hell is this? This is so boring. This is boring. Nobody cares about this. This is boring. Keep talking about it because there's people out there who will listen. You remember back in those days when you used to play Final Fantasy VII and nobody cared? What the hell is this? This guy's playing a game. It's got like 3 or 4 discs. Who's time? Who's playing? What kind of nerd's playing Final Fantasy VII? He's got so many discs. What is he doing all day? He hasn't gone to a house party. Look at the beautiful work of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, including Zack is Back, which I haven't even got a chance to enjoy, which I will sometime soon. You need to understand, guys, every time that you are treated poorly or disrespected, remember that commercial from PlayStation. As soon as you jump into the world of PlayStation, you place yourself as your avatar and you can become whatever great warrior or whatever that you like. Remember when you could turn into God of War, when you could turn into all these other characters from that commercial? That's what can happen. You remember good old Call of Duty Black Ops 3? You remember the feedback we gave them to Black Ops 4, where we said, listen, this whole Warzone mode, it's great, a Battle Royale, but we still want to be having the single player missions. So what do? They're bringing us Black Ops 6. Black Ops 6. Black Ops 3? Black Ops 3 still case? 3 plus 3? 6. Black Ops 6. Black Ops 6. What's it trying to say? They couldn't do Black Ops 5 because a lot of these great, wonderful stories from the past, the truth lies, as they like to say. That's why Black Ops 6 is going to be very interesting. You're going to start telling a lot of stories from the 90s that what we thought the truth was true was not true. What does that mean? That means if Black Ops 6 is going to do this, everybody else can start getting on this bandwagon and do the same goddamn thing. That means hopefully the narrative for the next Battlefield will be just like that. The next narrative for the next Ghost Recon has many surprise and twists and turns and things that we see in the Ghost Recon Breakpoint as I played every day or every couple of days when I have a chance. So don't worry, guys. You might think that life is tough and that school we started, studying this, studying that. Don't succumb to peer pressure. Peer pressure is stupid. I was just like you back in those days. Oh, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this. Please understand that if you're young, that means you're young. So act young. Don't try to grow up too fast. Enjoy being a kid. If you are a teenager, if you're 13, then you're 13. That means if you're 13, you're not in goddamn late high school or college. You're not. So stop trying to grow up and do stupid things. Your parents tell you this, they give you a lecture. Sometimes you listen, sometimes you don't. So let me tell you, with the wisdom that I have, you need to enjoy those young years. Enjoy being a kid. You do not want the responsibilities that comes on later in life. So I'm teaching you a valuable lesson. If you're just a kid, that means you're a kid. That means don't try to do stuff that are out of the realm of being a kid. And I'm gonna now give a big warning as a stepfather who, all the fathers trying to fight for the Father of the Year award. I'm going to go directly point in the camera and I'm going to specifically talk to a specific audience. What is this audience? It is the kids who are a little bit more older than the other kids crowd. What is this crowd? I'm talking specifically about the Roblox crowd and the Fortnite crowd. And if I hear anything about the Fortnite crowd talking to the younger Roblox crowd, and uh, incite or present any sort of gifts or anything of really stupid behavior, well, you just need to ask around and say, who is this guy? Well, this guy is actually, there's some guy that are this big, this big. Well, this guy is like Godzilla. So if I hear any of the funny business, I swear to God, I'm not very far. Wherever you are in the world, I can just show up just like that. Literally from the sky, like, whoo. So, don't think that I'm not paying attention. I'm specifically talking about the Fortnite crowd trying to talk to the younger Roblox crowd. Okay? And in similar fashion, the Fortnite crowd talking to the Minecraft crowd. Some of you don't have an older sibling. That's too bad. Don't worry. Someday maybe you will. But it's a very awkward, difficult conversation to have, but it has to be done. And like I said, just like sometimes people are on watch, sometimes 24/7 or whatever the field that is that they do, it is just it's just a warning. Or as like we say in Japanese, kozo. Don't do anything too stupid, okay? All right. Big shout out to Kamala Harris. You're doing great. And like I said, quantum mechanics. Gather all these mega cults, Facebook clubs, Facebook groups on Facebook. Gather all of them talking about mega cults and or get the list of all of them, arrest all of them, and there you go. Just like that, no more problem. Moving on. The campaign got 4 months. Kamala Harris got a lot of work, and Biden is working still, and they're not showing his face on the fucking television. Please keep showing Biden on the fucking television because he's still acting president. He's still 46. Kamala's gonna be 47, but Biden is still 46 right now. So show his fucking face on the television, please. A little respect. Thank you. All right, for you guys that love video games, I have a big surprise. I think I'm gonna do an important live stream, but I'm also on call. I have to be taking care of a couple things, so I get to do that as well. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and until next time.